and the people that you come into contact with?
It was cool. Once everybody heard we were coming back, we definitely were well received when we went back to class and people saw us back on campus. A lot of people just saying welcome back, but I was like, I ain't went nowhere yet. So it was good to know that people wanted you to stay around and just to see the support from all the students that we come into contact with. It was great.
Was it as simple as you didn't get the draft grade you wanted, or was the way last year ended, was that part of it too? Was it just a bunch of different factors?
It was a bunch of different factors. It wasn't have nothing to do specifically with my draft grade. I just knew I had a good year last year, but I thought that if I came back this year and put the work in, that I could really dominate and become the player that kind of leaves a legacy at a place like this, and that's really what I wanted to do.
When did you realize that all three of you were coming back? Was it something y'all discussed amongst yourselves, or
no? We didn't want to make it a group decision. To say that one somebody's decision didn't impact another, it would be crazy to say that, but everybody wanted to make a decision that was best for them. So whether one of us would have stayed or left, we would have been happy for one another.
What's one thing that makes each of the younger defensive ends unique?
Man, I don't know if I can say one thing that makes them unique, but one thing that they all have in common that's going to make them really good players in the future is that they all work. They're really intelligent. I don't think I've seen freshmen come in here at the end that's physically as gifted as those guys. They understand what little defense they have learned. So just to see them put the work in since they've gotten here, and they let Cleveland and myself lead them, and as well as Chris and Richard. So as long as they keep, learning from us, they're going to be great players in the future.
Do you embrace the teaching role now that you've been here long enough? You're one of the old guys. Do you like showing them what the standard is?
Now that I'm one of the old guys, man, I realize that that's what it's all about, is leaving something behind for the next guy and paving the way for somebody else to have a successful career. So now that I had a chance to do that, man, it's really fulfilling.
Where do you need to get better? I mean, at the beginning of the year last year, you were lights out. I mean, where do you feel like you need to take that next step?
I feel like I can really improve if I just get stronger, continue to physically develop. I think I can always improve pass rush, I always improve in the run, but my biggest thing, I want to improve physically. I want to, max out my physical capabilities.
We're just talking to Cleveland about his draft status and where he got his second-round grade. What did they give you, and when you got your draft status, what did you think about it?
I wasn't upset. I thought it was a good grade, second, third-round grade. But I just thought that, if I came back and put the work in, that, I could really improve myself, become the best player that I could be if I just continue to develop physically. And that's really what I really want to do. I want to be able to become the player that, kind of leaves a legacy at a place like Clemson.
Austin, how tough was the decision? Did you spend a lot of time going back and forth on it?
I did. It was a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of prayers, a lot of conversation with my family, people that I confided in. But at the end, God led me in the right direction, and I'm here now. I feel great about my decision. Don't regret it one bit. To be in a place like Clemson and to be able to continue to improve with my teammates, with the coaches that we have here, man, it's just an experience that I'll never take for granted.
I know you and Cleveland announced together. How surprised were you when Christian decided to come back with you guys too?
I was kind of surprised when he told me. I knew before it was announced, but I was surprised. I thought, if anybody left, he would be the one to leave. But, he didn't think that was right in his heart. He thought he can improve as well, and I know he can too. He still got a lot to go. He got a big ceiling, so I'm just excited to see what he can do with another year in the weight room, another year learning the defense. So I'm really excited.
I mean, you guys were the best defensive line probably in the country last year. You're all back. You're all going to be motivated. I mean, what can you guys accomplish this year?
Man, all we got to do is put the work in, and I think the sky's the limit. People got a glimpse of what we can do last year, and some people considered us the best defensive line in the country. But what I think makes us so special is that how much we care for not just ourselves on the defensive line, but everybody on the team, continually leading people, pushing each other, helping people out, and I think that's what makes this unit so special.
Is there any specific goals you have in mind, or anything you want to have accomplished by the end of this year?
I just want to be a leader on the defense, and of course, be the best player that I can be, max out my ability, and really just dominate this year. I thought I had a good year last year, but I want to be the type of player that can just dominate.